Welcome back, humans! I'm back with another vent session, and before I get started, hit that notification button so you don't miss an episode, because I'm here twice a week. Smash the like button and hit that subscription. Like I said, I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'm back with another vent session, man. It's been a little time. It took a little while, but I'm back. Like I said before, I was in a transition. We're moving. We did move. We're in the last little stages of moving to our new house and stuff like that. Got a new studio coming. So this will be my last episode in this area here. In this studio here, in this old Meant to Vent studio. All the memories, this is where it all started. Stuff like that. But I got a little temporary room I'll be using until the studio's all done. It's not going to be too fancy, you know what I'm saying? But maybe it just might not be like curtains or something, you know what I'm saying? It might just, there might be something solid back there. Because over here is just windows, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, like I said, I'm in the transition, the final stages of us moving. And, man, oh man, the whole moving process was just a wild ride. And I didn't really share everything at first, but I'm going to share it now. I mean, it was crazy from the going to see the house the first time. Usually when you go to a home, you know what I'm saying, the person's not usually there, I mean, sometimes they're there, but they'll be out of your way. But this dude was there, okay? But anyways, it's a nice neighborhood. Looks like a nice, decent neighborhood. People out there. Looks like lawns are taken care of. Yard's nice. People keeping clean. And looks like they were people took care of their stuff. Looks like just like a nice, decent neighborhood. Kids out there playing. Just looks like, it didn't seem like no riffraff around. No troublemakers, So it looked like a nice neighborhood. And pull up, oh, it looks like a nice house, pretty decent. Looks like it might got, a little bit of fixer-upper, And then the curtains are all closed in the house for one. Like, it's a beautiful day, and the curtains was all closed. It was crazy. It was a little weird. But the curtains was all closed up, for one. So there was like a weird feeling already. Like, why has it got a lot locked up? So I'm like, maybe they don't got stuff in there right now or something. I don't know. So we go in there, and the person is there. So I'm like, all right, damn. We got to be quiet, be respectful, whatever. Not like I would go rowdy in a walkthrough of a house anyway. But regardless of that. So we go in the house, like I said, the dude's there. And he decides to just, lay down and go to sleep on the couch while we walk through the house. I was like, okay. That was a little weird at first, That was just weird, okay? And then, we walked through the house. Like I said, the house is a fixer-upper, Maybe it wasn't the nicest house inside, okay? Maybe it wasn't the most well kept, okay? So we did our walkthrough and, checked out the house and go to the backyard and good Lord. It looked like somebody was racing four-wheelers or fucking motocross in the backyard. Yes, humans. I mean, it was looked like fucking off-road motocross tracks back there, like deep-ass ditches, like curves and walls on the side and shit, like half pipes on the fucking thing. Like the turn walls, like when something's going so fast, it's got to have a wall go higher so it can go up the wall a little bit. Like it had that kind of shit. I'm like, what was going on back here? So it comes to find out that they had two dogs there. And these weren't like your normal dogs. Like these dogs I don't even think belonged in the state of Michigan. Like they belonged in like Alaska or like somewhere where like they have like big animals is like normal. Like wherever they need animals that can like tow cars is where these dogs belong. These dogs were fucking giant. And they were like species of dogs that look like a dog you might recognize, but it looked like something extra. Like maybe they got the secret of the ooze, like from the Ninja Turtles and shit. It was weird. These dogs were like not normal. They were nice. They were nice to me anyways, but I guess from what I heard from the neighbors, not nice to everybody else. These were some big, just mutants, okay? These were some big dogs. So like I said, they look like recognizable species. Just a lot larger with like little slight different characteristics. You know what I mean? Like what did it mate with? Their parents. Like what were their parents? Was one a grizzly and the other one like a giant bear? And then a lion for some reason got mixed in there somehow? I don't know. These things were fucking big. So, one was even bigger than the other big one. It was like a big one. and then a big one. So I'm just saying, like, you think a Mastiff is like a big dog. These dogs looked like they made that dog look like a normal sized dog. Like, you'd be like, I'd rather have the Mastiff. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy, I'd rather clean the Mastiff shit than whatever this thing is. All right? For real, it looked like 8 Mastiff babies or something. These dogs were big, okay? I'm not bullshitting. So, okay, one looked like a German Shepherd, but it didn't have the normal, like, German Shepherd colored patterning. It was like where it had the brownish, where you would see that buckskin color. It was like a red, like a bright red, like fur, like really bright red. And then where the darkness was like another weird, like maybe a burgundy-ish red shade. And it was like this weird looking German Shepherd. It was a great looking dog, but like just so intimidating because of how he was the alpha big dog. He was the biggest one. And his eyes were like yellow. And he was just so big. And that dog was just a monster because we went again with an inspector through the house and they were there. And that dog creeped you out because, like, the reason I thought it was some kind of wild dog is because when you were, like, you know, turn your back for like 1 second in that house, the dog would, like, be right by your hand or right by your fucking leg, and, like, you didn't even hear it walk up, and you see it, these long nails. So that's what made me feel like predatory. Like, this thing's a fucking trained predator. This thing's, like, instinctively a predator. It just fucking came on me. I didn't even hear it fucking breathe or smell the dog. It was, like, already on me. Like, it was, like, right there. When I turned around, I was like, holy shit. And he just looks up at you with them yellow eyes like, man, I had you. And I was like, oh, my God. So the other dog looked like a wolf. All right? Not like a husky, you know, not a husky. This dog looked like a wolf, like a white wolf, or a white and gray with black fur wolf. And it was like really fucking big. It looked like a big ass wolf. The other dog was bigger than this dog, and this dog was fucking big. So we're going back there. I'm like, man, we got some work to do back here, man. And I don't know if it was the wolf or the fucking German Shepherd on steroids. It was there was a den, like a den waist deep under the fucking garage foundation. Like, it was as deep as the foundation slab. It was like, if not deeper, man. It was like way underground. Like, it almost went to like the top of like your jean pockets. And because they were so big, it was probably too hot for them in Michigan. They probably belonged somewhere where, like, you know, like that temperature is normal for them. So they probably had to stay cool. And they made another one, not as big, but it was still huge over by the deck area. And I was like, good Lord, I got to fill this. I got to bring back some earth and bring it back somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So these dogs was huge, you know, and they did a number there. They did a number inside as well. So it was like crazy, you know. But that part was all over with, you know, and got a little crazy and weird communication things all the way to closing. And then after closing, it was another weird things happening after that. So we get there now. It's our home. You know, we're getting there. Like I said, I shared some pictures on my Instagram and stuff like that and Facebook, and they were like, you know, some of the demo work and stuff like that. And during the demo, oh my goodness, during the demo, we found a lot of, like I said, the person that lived there seemed a little sketchy. And like I said, it was so weird when you went to the house because it was such a nice neighborhood. Like I said, everything's so nice. And then you get to this one place. Oh, it looks like a little fixer-upper from the front. Still a cute house. And then you open the door and it's like, whoa. Whoa. It was like, you know, some Lord of the Rings caves type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the desolation of Smaug's fucking cave dwelling and shit. It was just dark and eerie in there and it was all weird. So that part was just weird, you know. Now it's the house, you know. We're opening shit up. The house is even like, you know, the house was acting like a vampire because now that we're in there, we're letting daylight in. So like the walls was all like, you know, tripping out. Like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, it's sunlight, house. We live here now. There's sun coming in. And they're like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Can you just, you know, ease it in a little bit? I'm like, no, we're here. So the light's in there now, you know what I'm saying? And we were cleaning, painting, you know, doing all kinds of whatnots, you know, doing all that, you know, DIY shit, fucking shit up, then figuring it out, getting it right, you know what I'm saying? All those things, all those fun things. Because you want to try to save some money, you know? There's some things you should do, you can do yourself. But then there's some things like, damn, okay, you tried it, and now you got to figure out, you know, how you got to tell your wife, like, okay, now we got to get somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've had those before. I haven't like yet, but I mean, I've had them before this. Like even where we are now, like even this place, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I like failed hardcore, and I'm like, So you got to take your pride up and go be like, okay, we got to get somebody. You know what I'm saying? But there's some projects, like I said, you should just stay away from, and things like that. Like you learn your lessons. Like when we went here, there was like slight little plumbing issues, so I'm like, I'm calling the plumber. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned my lesson before. So, like I said, this one's going a little different. It's just a lot of work. And like I said, we're getting a little painting, doing all kinds of stuff like that, demoing and getting some things done, going a little bit at a time, you know? And so anyways, we get there, doing some demo, getting to the basement. It's got these old like ceiling drop panels. Sounds like somebody's doing some DIY stuff in the background now. I hear a saw or something, so apologize for that noise. But anyway, so we're taking some ceiling panels down. And like I said, this place seemed a little sketchy when you went inside. Outside was like, okay, it's a nice cute house in a cute neighborhood. So we get there, and we're starting to, do a little demo. I got the Tyvek suits on. I look like one of the Oompa Loompa dudes. You know what I'm saying? And so anyways, it was getting interesting. We're getting stuff down. Those old fiberglass foam panels everywhere. Getting these old subfloor tiles out. You know what I'm saying? And so my son and his buddy was helping us out. They were like, oh, we'll pay you a couple bucks, come help us out, clean up. You know what I'm saying? It's about breaking stuff right now. It ain't about keeping it nice, so it might be fun. So them young teenagers having a blast, ripping shit down, doing all this stuff. And then a cigarette pack fell out. Like I said, this place seemed a little sketchy already. So things are changing. So a cigarette pack fall out. It's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It was a Newport pack or something. So my son opens the pack, and he's like, Dad, you got to come look at this. So I go over there to the cigarette pack. I'm like, we're all gloved up, suited up. And I open the thing up, and his buddy and him are like, oh, my God. And so, yeah, there was a crack pipe in the fucking cigarette pack from a ceiling panel with a fucking, bunch of little smoking devices. You know what I'm saying? And my young kid never seen none of that stuff. And his buddy, and they're all fucking taking pictures and sending pictures to all the fucking friends. Like, send it to Steve, send it to Josh, send it to fucking Toto. And I'm all tripping like, man, give me that shit, throw it in the fucking garbage. And fucking, so we're, continue the demo. And it happened 2 other times. There was another one in a different area by like, by the downstairs bathroom area. Another pack come down, and some more shit was in there. We was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? And so finally all the shit's out. We went through we would check the rafters. I was like, just check everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't want shit to fall out again, like somebody's dog eat it and be all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy. So we were like looking all around, making sure there was no more shit in the house, man. And so fucking, there was a car, like I said, this dude was acting weird, and he fucking literally was like having a hard time moving out. I don't know what was going on. He was an old guy. We were trying to be patient. And so he literally left the car in the driveway. So I'm like, hey, man, it's moved. We got to get this car out of here. And he's like, oh, you can tow it. I'm like, what? And he just put a key in the, in the ignition and said, you could tow it. I'm like, oh, I can? Thank you. So I'm like, this dude has got to be a crackhead. Like, he was and then, okay. So it comes to, he has to give me the keys, and before this, he's supposed to give me the house keys. And there's cars in the driveway before he tells me I can tow his own car. Oh, you can tow it. Okay? He gives me the keys after we closed. Like, house is closed. He's probably got money. You know what I'm saying? The dude asked me for gas money. I'm like, what? He asked me for fucking gas money, man. And I was like, oh my God. So anyways, so we were trying to get this car out of the driveway, and we called towing companies, and they say you got to have like paperwork to do it. So I'm like, damn. So I tried to go. He gave me the key, so I tried to put the key in there and pop it out of gear. Maybe I can roll it to the street neutral, and have the city come get this shit. And couldn't even get it out of gear. I'm all fucking trying to move it. The key stuck in there, and I didn't know that there was like low jack on the car. And I guess if you have low jack, I think it's low jack on the car from some dealerships, which is some smart shit. I guess you can't even take your key out of the ignition if you don't pay your bill. You can't turn the car. You can't even put it in gear or anything. And fucking, if you don't pay your car bill. So he fucking already bounced on this car in the driveway. Didn't give a shit. And knew that, I don't give a fuck about it. They're going to come get it. You know what I'm saying? I guess he used to hide it in the garage and shit too on, payday or whatever. And So so I called this one place and another place I called, and I'm like, look, the guy just left it. I don't know what to do. And I was like, I tried to put it in gear. I can't get it. Can you help me at least get it to the street? So they're like, yeah, we'll come do it. We actually work with the city, and we'll show up with the police. So which was perfect, you know what I'm saying? Because I found crack in my house and crack pipes. A fucking guy just left the car in the driveway. So I had everybody come, and I give that shit to the cops. And he was all like, what's this? I'm like, man, this was in the ceiling in the house. I don't want him to think this was like, I'm not that person. I want him to think it was me, yo. So I'm like, this was in the house too, with this dude's shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he left boxes in the driveway, and there was fucking like a rainbow, etc. of pills in the boxes, all spilled everywhere. And I'm like, look at this. This is all his shit. He's supposed to come pick it up. I'm taking it to the trash. You know what I'm saying? In this nice neighborhood, like it seemed like when people saw us, moving in and shit, they was all fucking so happy this dude was getting out of there. He must have been a crazy place before we got there, because they was all like, hey, how you doing? What do you know? You got a kid, blah, blah, blah. And that's nice. You guys are a young couple and da. And I'm like, thank you. Everybody seemed real nice. But, like I said, man, it was crazy. Like I said, there was crazy stuff in there. So when I was, cops was there, took the shit, took the car, handled all that stuff. And that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning process. So like I said, back to us, getting back to our demo to, paint walls and sand and clean and disinfect everything. Not many people would expect to find crack pipes in your house. I mean, like I said, it's a nice neighborhood, and like looks can be deceiving, or don't judge the book by its cover. That's what I did. I'm like, this is a nice neighborhood, a nice house, you know what I'm saying? And you go in there, and you found old crack pipes in there. What the hell? So anyways, we're getting, we're, like I said, stuff's getting down to some finishing touches. We're almost in there. This will probably be my last shoot in here. I'll probably be, like I said, using the room over there. And it was kind of wild. But speaking of that, of the crackhead situation, there's some of them homeless crackhead people over in my area, like on the way to work, going through Detroit. And they all be asking for money and stuff like that. And nowadays, I used to get away with it, for months. Sometimes I would hook them up, super hot. I would hand them one of my waters out of my cooler and give them some money or something. And, but, during this, pandemic thing, I thought I could get some, use some cop out things. I could be like, nah, man, we got to social distance. Nah, man, the COVID. Man, you got to stay back, man, the COVID. I don't know you, and you could avoid it for a little while. But since then, this dude's around there got fucking really ass creative. They got creative as hell. So I'm sitting there, and I tried it the other day. I was like, okay, like I said, it was working for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't never usually in this area. You know what I'm saying? Now they just started showing up at the last couple months. So I was like, nah, man, the COVID. Back up off me, Ronan. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to give him no money. But I would toss him in water. You know what I'm saying? Because I could throw it 6 feet. So anyways, these dudes are getting so creative. This time I pull up at that same little area before I get on the freeway. And there he is. And there's 2 other partners. And they're all doing their thing. And damn it, I'm like, no, man, we got a distance. I ain't got no money today. This dude broke out a church donation basket on my ass. Fucking just said, whoosh, fucking stretch the shit to my fucking window. I look at my rear view, and these guys are all by the windows like they're fucking church with they got the fucking wicker ones you see at church, man. What? So they were going to the car. I was like, wow. And I was like, where'd you get this? Because they look like the ones from church. And if you stole it from church, man, I'm Catholic. I don't know if I'm supposed to give you money if you took this basket from the church. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was creative, and I did give him money. And now I feel bad that I'm going to get in trouble. Like God was like, man, he stole that from my church, and you gave him $1. But didn't I help the less fortunate or whatever? Is it a win-win? Is it in the middle? I don't know. But I felt bad. Or not really. Yeah, I do feel bad. I'm not lying. You hear me up there? No, I'm just kidding. But it was I was just thinking about it a lot. That's why I had to come and vent about the shit. I had to think about it and vent about it. It was fucking weird. And it was, like I said, it was creative. It was like crazy. But they had the one. They looked like the ones from church because they was like wicker baskets on the arm. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones when you go to church and they're like, this is the way to save you. Give us money. I feel bad doing it at church because I feel it's crazy that I got to pay for them to pray for me and my, and things. But then for some reason I do it because I feel like this building is, because we're in this building, like that means it right. But this dude broke it out on the street, all three of them. They was going to the car, and people was just tossing it in, man. It was like bang, bang, bang. And it was working. It was working. So they got around. They found a loophole. You know what I'm saying? Man, kudos to creativity. You know what I'm saying? That was just crazy to me. So anyways, oh my gosh, man. I'm going to do a little quick fight recap. I don't know if you guys saw the UFC last week. It was just crazy. It was, I don't even care about the fighters. It was just crazy. I mean, I'm not even going to go back to all the fighters, but there was like crazy ass injuries, knockout after knockout. And it was just awesome, awesome turn of events. It was just a good entertainment fight. I'm not going to talk about the Askren other fight, because that was just a quick fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him fight a real boxer, which would be awesome. Because he is training with real boxers and he's fighting people that aren't boxers. So I want to see him just fight a boxer, which would be cool. Because that would really gauge where he really is in the game. Because, he's like his dedication is there. You know what I'm saying? His work ethic is there. I'm talking about Jake Paul. His work ethic and dedication is there to the sport. But now let's see where he's at as far as his real skill and abilities against a real boxer. I think that would be really entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Whether he wins or loses, it's gonna tell like where he is doesn't mean he has to quit it. You know what I mean? But it'll really gauge where his skill really is. And I think the power is definitely there. You know what I mean? He's got some power. But just see what he does against some more technical fighters, because I'm sure he's boxing and sparring real boxers at the gym he's at. So, you know what I'm saying? And I would just like to, see him fight a real boxer. So, anyways, back to the UFC. Oh, my gosh, man. And they are yelling. They were all yelling at him there at the fight thing. It was too. But whatever. This dude did this injury I've never seen in my life. I've never seen this in my life. I'm not talking about Chris Weidman's fucking shit. Not the leg break thing. That fucking drop foot. What the hell was that, man? I never seen that. And then you saw Conor McGregor take them leg kicks and got jacked up, right? And this dude got hit in the leg. They call it drop foot syndrome or drop foot something. Drop kick Murphy's. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, but they call it drop foot something, like drop foot. It was weird. The dude gets hit in the calf muscle. And he gets hit so hard that, according to like these doctors, not the like YouTube doctors and shit, like they were talking about it like, on like the fight doctors or whatever. Like they were showing on the, on the pay-per-view thing. They were saying it hit some nerves and like sciatic nerve and some other nerves back there, and it just completely shuts off the function of everything below that area. So like his toes, his ankles, any muscle, anything just was not communicating up to the brain to make everything run. So he was trying to walk, and it looked like his leg was broke. It just was flopping around. His toes wouldn't even like lift off the ground. Like, when you do that normal motion of your foot, when your foot goes across, well, his shit was just like, looked like it was glued to the ground. Like he just like was trying to peel his foot off to use it. And so the referee had to stop the fight. Like he had to stop the fight. And the man got so mad saying he could still go. But his leg just said, no, you ain't, man. You know what I'm saying? That time your mind was telling you, yeah, instead of your mind telling you no. It was the opposite of the R. Kelly song. Because your body said, nah, man, it ain't working. You know what I mean? It's just not working. And so, yeah, it was disgusting. It was weird. Like I said, I've never seen anything like that before. And it was wild. It was just a wild, wild injury. And then, like I said, that Chris Weidman dude, one of the guys that was fighting, it was like not even 20 seconds in. I think they said it was like 17 seconds into the fight. My man goes to fucking leg kick my man. The other guy blocks it or checks it, however you call it. Check the leg kick or whatever, checking. And that his leg snaps, like right in half. Just snaps to a floppy, broken leg. My man's leg over there was flopping, but this shit was broke flopping. And it was not even 17 seconds into the fight, man. I think he was making a comeback, too. I think it was his comeback fight or something. Like, oh, he's coming back. And then 17 seconds in, bam. Yeah, he'll come back again. You know what I'm saying? He'll have to come back again. You know what I'm saying? It was gross, man. But like I said, those were two crazy injuries. And then there were awesome knockouts. Like I said, there was a girl fighting there. I forget what her name is, Rose. I always mess her last name up, but they call her Thug Rose or something like that. She's a good fighter. She's a little buzzhead fighter, and she got revenge against this one girl with a first round KO. That Mazdaval guy came in. He was in a great fight and lost to in the KO. But man, it was just a great entertainment fight. And I wanted to give you that quick fight recap. And let me get back to it. So, anyways, I got a strange headline I'll share with you. I thought it was weird and kind of stupid, or like a dumb criminal. Like, you never see, there used to be a show back in the day. I don't even know if it's still on, but there used to be a show back in the day called America's Dumbest Criminals. And they would show funny ass shit. Like, they would show a guy robbing a store that worked there, and he was still in his work shirt with his name on it. You know, it would be dumb shit like that. You know, it would be a bunch of funny criminals. A guy tried to break into a store and leave through the ceiling, and it's all on surveillance. And, you know, he falls through the ceiling panels, fucks his shit up. You know what I'm saying? Tries to sue the store afterwards before he goes to jail. Probably won, who knows, because they don't talk about that part. But anyways, this was a dumb criminal. Because apparently, I guess there was like a neighbor feud. These two neighbors were fighting. I don't know over what. I kind of don't remember what. I just go to the good stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes in an article, you got to go to the good stuff. And then, like what you determined was the good stuff, you probably missed some other good stuff. But that's the choice. That's the risk you got to take to get to some good stuff. So this article, like I said, I might have skipped some stuff. Why they were fighting. That was probably important. But oh well. The situation was still pretty greater than me. You know what I'm saying? So these guys were, I don't even know, it was a man and a woman neighbor. And they were feuding over whatever. This is probably a pivotal point that I should have known. But anyways, they were fighting and arguing over something. And it was going on over time. So apparently the gentleman, not so gentleman, was, getting more aggressive and a little more up in the ante towards their rivalry. So he started, tearing flowers out, doing things to the property, knocking mailboxes. So the other neighbor, she started doing the same thing, started like dumping trash in the yard, like doing all these things. You know, it didn't get physical. You know, it didn't get to no like punching or anything. Like he didn't punch her, she didn't, punch him. Nobody got choked out. At least that's not that wasn't in there. Unless I skipped that good stuff, because if that was in there, damn it, I'm fucking pissed. Now I want to go read it again. But anyways, they were feuding. And apparently she was getting a little nervous because, like I said, they were getting a little more aggressive, up in the ante on some of the attack moves and stuff like that. And then I guess he went as far as going to slash her tires. So he went and slashed her tires after she got her surveillance put in. I guess he didn't know she got it put in. Maybe she had it done when he wasn't there. Who knows how they planned it out. But apparently she has a surveillance system put in because she was afraid. Because he started doing like crazy stuff. Like I said, her mailbox was probably on her physical door, and he knocked it off the house. And, he started to do things on her property. She was getting really a little scared. And, she did one thing, and, he started going like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You want to go? Let's go. So anyways, so he took it to another level, wanted to go slash her tires, but it was caught on the surveillance this time. Damn shame, But I don't even think they needed surveillance, because this is where this is not where the dumb thing is. So it wasn't like, his face was on it and everything. It was just like, geez, that part was kind of dumb too. But he probably didn't know the security camera doesn't make him all the way dumb. You probably wouldn't want to look for it. So maybe you are dumb there. Okay, so you're partially dumb. So forget about it. You're all the way dumb, but that part, I guess, I'm redacting, the first part saying you might not have been, but now you are. And I agree with myself. So you are dumb. Okay, continuing. So he slashed the tires on camera and ended up injuring himself during the process. I guess he cut his own finger off and cut a part of his finger off while he slashed the tires. Must have been a really good knife. And he cut a fucking piece of his finger off. Fled the scene on camera. You can see him run away holding his hand like, ow. You know what I'm saying? The lady comes out, calls the police, and finds the finger. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fingerprint on there first. First of all, first with your fucking finger. Then I guess there was a blood trail from her car all the way to his house. And then there was blood on his door, like when he grabbed the doorknob and went into his house and shit. So the cops didn't have like no problem solving this case. They were like, And then we watched your video. I mean, but they probably didn't have to watch the video either, like I said, because you just had to follow the fucking breadcrumbs. He left all that fucking blood everywhere. And I thought that was fucking dumb. I thought it was that, like I said, I guess in that when I brought back the other thing, he was just all the way dumb on that situation. And that's just really crazy. So, moving on. They were talking about the border crisis, and everybody's been talking about it. They were showing everybody packed up like in, small, these fiberglass cages, and all packed in there, crammed in there. He said it's record numbers, And then they said our VP went there, and she handed out copies of her book, I guess, to people there. Why? Is that going to make them less crowded? That's more shit in that fucking little plastic room. What are you going to do with that thing? Sit on it? Most of them probably don't even speak English, and you gave them your book. Wow. Wow. Why would they want your book anyway? How does that fix the problem? I don't even know where this even came from. But it just kind of bothered. I just thought it was weird. Like, this is like a weird, like, I don't even want to go there again. I got burnt from that last night. So this was like a weird, just a situation going on. Like, this weird. That's all I'm saying. But I'll continue. I'll continue on, as I will say. But over here in Michigan, man, we're like locked down like crazy. Other places are starting to open up. People are like, easing off restrictions because we're hitting a lot of lower numbers now, and feels like we got a hang of things. People are masking up, getting vaxxed, doing the right thing. Hopefully people are out there, taking their vitamins, doing a little bit of exercise, reading up on your immune system health and immune system strength, and do those kind of things, man. Because a lot of people on TV aren't really doing that stuff. And I think a lot of influencers out there like myself should, take advantage of a platform and do that. If you guys could do any of your research, I mean, I'm not going to share any links, but do your own, because, I mean, maybe with the stuff that I found online, or maybe the stuff that I researched might not be the stuff for your body. You got to find what's good for your body, because not all the same vitamins. Like, there's a lot of different multivitamins out there, and a lot of vitamin supplements, and a lot of things like that. And but they're not all like they don't all cooperate with every body type. I don't think, because they can work for some people and not work for other people, or you can't do it as the same amount as some people. You know what I mean? Like your metabolism might just absorb it differently, or you just realize your body's carrying too much of the one vitamin. So when you're, putting in a supplement, you're, doubling or tripling down on something that you were already very plentiful of. So that's why it's like you got to just find the right vitamins for your body type. For anybody out there, research yourself, try a few things, see how they're, because some people will get deterred, like, oh, I took these vitamins, got a headache, or I got, well, what happened was you probably had too much of something else that you weren't lacking. And that's why you got to do it. You don't always just start with a multi. You just, or if you do, the multi has to be like, I'm no expert, but I would say, like I said, feel what's good for your body. So just find the right thing for your body, the right vitamin supplements, the right things that cooperate with you. Do some exercise. And like I said, man, just stay, keep some good nutrition and have fun when you do your snack, have your fun on your cheat days, and even if every day's a cheat day. But just do things, like I said, for the inside, preventative maintenance, Because, like I said, a lot of people don't promote that on there. Like Cheerios commercials, isn't like the end-all be-all fix for your cholesterol. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of vegetables out there and all kinds of things out there, natural things that help your cholesterol. Burger King and stuff like that, and the plant burger isn't one of them. Okay? At Burger King, McDonald's, all those, and even the fake meats aren't the fucking cholesterol cure. You're still eating fried something. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I would say, just like I said, do some research for yourself, because that would be benefit the most. But like I said, man, we're all locked down over here. And like I said, our governor, a lot of people don't like her. A lot of people do like her. But lately, she's been like, just, I don't know what's going on. It's been weird. Now, this might upset some people, but oh well. Like I said, this is the venting place, and this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So she's been locking us down like crazy. Like, we just been locked down like some grounded kids that just got bad grades in school, did no chores, was bad to their siblings. You know what I'm saying? Did all kinds of shit. Put gum in your sister's hair, and now you're crazy grounded for like ever. You did some like Malcolm in the Middle type shit what their brothers would do. You did some shit, now you're in trouble, we're locked down. But we didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't bring the shit here. Now we're just crazy locked down. It's getting crazy. So, my buddy was telling me, it's like, man, she keeps us crazy locked down all the time. Maybe it's because she's got a big old stick up her ass. If you ask me, I think it's one of them fucking leather ass jackets or leather shirts she be fucking wearing. All up in there. She's got one of the fucking leather jackets. She got a different leather coat on every time she's talking. She must got some sponsor with some fucking, leather company. Because they're making her custom leather outfits and shit. Like it's her Eddie Murphy Raw. She did Delirious already. She had the red one. You know what I'm saying? She's got the purple one. And then she did that one where she looked like Kylo Ren's aunt. You know that one she looked like fucking, she was in fucking The Force Awakens and shit. She looked like Kylo Ren's auntie and shit. I ain't even playing. She had this black fucking leather chest plate on. With these pointy things and a fucking weird looking Kylo Ren mask on and shit. It was fucking weird. And scary. It's wild. It was weird, man. They're like custom making her all these crazy leather outfits and shit. And she's like, and I think she got one of them leather things stuck up in her. Why she being all crazy and mean? She put like a leather chastity belt all over the state of Michigan. And then they got this dude running against her. My buddy showed me his picture. I got a kick out of it. I got to find it again. But they got this dude running against her. And he says something like, take my gun out of my cold, dead hands. And he's in this super, like, I don't think anybody should wear a suit this blue. Okay? I mean, a pimp, you're allowed. Okay? An award show, I guess you're allowed if you want to be like that blue. Okay? This is always in this blue suit that, I don't know, man. It's an awkward blue to me to be wearing in a full suit. Like I said, I mean, I could see it in certain situations, but not for political, I think. It almost looked like, I don't know. It's funny. Some blue shit. And then he's posing and he's running against our governor and he's got a rifle. He's just like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Like I said, it was pretty entertaining. And if that guy pulls with the way things have been going on, I wouldn't doubt if my man's got a shot. I might as well look him up because he might have a good background. But I thought the photo opportunity was just a bad choice. It was a bad choice. I mean, if you're running for politics and you got a gun, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to take him right now. They're trying to take him right now. I don't think they're going to succeed, but they want to. And they're going to try. At least, I don't know. I'm not saying it. I'm only saying maybe. Or maybe I'm saying it jokingly. in a non-serious matter. That way y'all don't come after me. But anyways, like I said, man, we've been like, the guy running against her, it looks like an entertaining cat. Looks quite entertaining. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, hit that like button, hit the subscription, and turn on those notifications. I'm here twice a week on Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.